I guess what's been the biggest shock in marketing for you? Tell me what your
The-
biggest shock was.
okay, there's a couple big shocks. Number one, when you get a winning ad, the amount of people you can get inbound in a day for not that crazy ad spend
Yep.
is pretty astronomical. Like,
Yeah.
it's just that's something that I think somebody that's new to ads needs to be ready for.
I think it should be recording now.
Says it on my end.
Sweet. Cool. What's up, guys? We are here with Taylor Thrasher, one of our favorite clients. In today's video, we're going to be going over pretty much just Taylor's ups and downs through marketing, what he's gone through, everything he's liked, everything he hasn't, and pretty much what he would recommend any other business owner to do in their position, right? So we'll get straight into it. Taylor, I'm glad you hopped on today, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you hopping on. First question would be like, why did you pull trigger on marketing your business online? Because you're pretty big on organic platforms and stuff. So why did you actually be like, yeah, let's pull trigger on posting meta ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, all that stuff?
Yeah, so for the first couple of years of my business, it was 100% organic. Like I never paid for a follower, I never paid for a like, I never paid for anything like that for a shout out. And it was good. Business was growing, business was doing awesome. I had really good months, but then I had some bad months sprinkled in. You know, as a business owner, we know it's a wave, you got to ride it. But as I look to the greats that have scaled their businesses to like an actual level where people are, looking to them for advice, it always came down to like, dude, we run ads because it's the only way that you can actually calculate with math and data how much money you're going to make in the future. And so I want my business to get to that point, and I knew that more eyeballs like that were in, how do you say it, like in demographic eyeballs. And I knew that with Meta you could focus it on people that are interested in fitness, interested in weight loss, and I could get, instead of followers and people commenting that weren't necessarily in the market, I was just going to get in market people inbound into my inbox and I could hit them up.
Okay.
So I took that route because I wanted just a more scalable way, to a more calculably way to scale, if that's a word.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's one thing outside of like just like the data that you can get back and the numbers that you pull from like the ads or the cost per lead, all of that is like the only reason you know Coca-Cola is because they've spent millions, probably billions on marketing, and it's just stuck in your head. Same thing with Nike, right? So that's something that I think a lot of people overlook when it comes to marketing is just the brand notability. Like you just get noticed more, you people talk about you more, you're seen every single day because people are just scroll happy nowadays, right? Everybody's got TikTok brain, so if you can fit into those little crevices where you can when they're scrolling as much as possible, then it really benefits.
And if you think about it too, like the giants that don't need to advertise, probably, like I would use Amazon for the rest of my life if I never saw an ad. My wife would shop at Target for the rest of her life if she never saw an ad again. Like I would drink Coke Zero to the day I die if I never saw an ad. But the greats are still putting huge marketing budgets together. It really just goes to show the importance of it, and that's how you become a household name. And it becomes a consistency thing, right? Because organic is up and down. Yeah, ads definitely bring consistency. They bring better data, and
You
yeah,
can, you can
totally.
also tell you can also tell like if we were gonna run like a I think like with you we started with doing a warm audience where we took like past buyers and stuff like that and past followers or people that clicked on a liked a post and all that. And then you can kind of really see like who's following you. Like do we have good people? Are they financially qualified? Are they donkeys? All of that stuff if you do have a good organic following, right?
100%.
Yeah. I guess what's been the biggest shock in marketing for you? Tell me what your biggest shock was.
Okay, there's a couple big shocks. Number one, when you get a winning ad, the amount of people you can get inbound in a day for not that crazy ad spend
Yep.
is pretty astronomical. Like
Yeah.
it's just that's something that I think somebody that's new to ads needs to be ready for. And but I mean that's what's fun about it too is you get to iterate, you get to change little things. Like I would put 25 questions on there with the amount of lead flow that we have, which is insane. And when you find the model that works, like we've talked about, then okay, I put in this much, this is what I'm getting out, let's scale.
Exactly. And then all of the conditional stuff, right? Like if somebody answers a question wrong, like we were talking about yesterday,
Yep.
we're sending them to a direct to cart page instead, so we don't even have to fill our closer's calendar with that bad lead, right?
Which
So
is
just, yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of testing and iterating, right?
It's great, and it's better for both parties because that way we don't have somebody on the call that clearly can't afford the high ticket, but we still have a solution for them, and then it clears up the calendar for the closer, for the high ticket people. It's not wearing my setter out. It's better all around. The client gets serviced, right? And then we have our time freed up and not being wasted.
Exactly. What would you recommend for another business owner? Let's say you were talking to somebody that's never ran ads. I know you kind of said it right there. You want them to be prepared to kind of mine through the gold. But what's another thing that you would want somebody maybe first time running ads to just realize? Because it was your first time running ads, right? Yeah. What was your expectation on going in, and then what changed?
So I think, especially for myself, you can get carried away looking at financial models.
Yeah.
In a great way, right? Like, oh my God, we're going to be making millions of dollars if. It's a lot of ifs, right? Those ifs don't always go the way you want them to, especially not in the beginning. So if somebody's new to ads, I would say give it a chunk of time. You need to have that chunk of time and that chunk of money where you're willing to gamble it away. It's what's the word? Something gambling.
You're gambling. It is marketing is gambling, right? It's just a way more strategical way than putting some money on a blackjack table.
It's he says it a certain way and I love it. But yeah, you have to be able to, you have to be willing to set that money on fire, and you have to be willing to give it 3-4 months, I would say, to iterate and to figure out something that works. But I would also say be prepared to spend enough money, because some people are like, oh, I want to spend $20 a day. Well,
Yeah.
you know, how much, the more money you spend, the more data you get faster, right? So $20 versus $150 a day or $1,000 a day. I'm not saying that people should go put $30,000 a month right off the bat, but you'll get data way faster. You'll be able to iterate faster. You'll be able to get to profit faster at that point. So have a good substantial chunk of money that you're willing to set aside, and don't run them for 30 days and say this is never going to work. You need to run them for several months and iterate. I know you and I, we can hop on a Zoom call pretty much every day if we need to make sure that it's going the way that we want it to. But yeah, don't give up too soon and don't underspend.
Yeah. I just like to go into it with that mindset, like, okay, this could take a month until I start really seeing a return. And then it's just up from there. Because it's really just about finding what works and scaling, kind of like how you said, that winning ad, and then iterating the questions that we're having them fill out, or if it's a direct to cart, optimizing like the click through rate, or all of this stuff that kind of comes down to like nerd terms, right? But it's all fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to look at it too. Something else I would say to somebody that's new to ads, you have to look at it as an investment. Like it's an investment vehicle.
Yep.
Because if you get yourself to a 2-to-1, a 4-to-1, a 6-to-1 ROAS, what other investment vehicle can you put money into and print that money back out in that short of an amount of time? Not the S&P 500, not real estate, not crypto. I mean, maybe crypto if you're a wizard.
On a meme coin, but
That's risky, right?
Yeah.
But advertising a product or service that's useful and helpful and provides value to people, it's a very lucrative investment vehicle if you look at it that way.
100%. And like how we did the math yesterday, not blasting numbers out there or anything, but it's probably gonna take us right around $300 to $500 to acquire a higher ticket client, right? Like a 4,500 plus client.
Mm-hmm.
All we have to do to acquire a client is spend $300 to $500 a day, and now we're getting a client a day. Now that can always alter and be off, but at least we have some numbers to know. Okay, we're putting in $300, $1,000, $2,000, and we're actually getting a client out of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than you just posting on Instagram 100 videos and then you have no idea. You have no idea who's seeing them or anything like that.
Or which video it came from, because
Yep.
like we learned, like I have a winning ad that's
Exactly.
running on multiple different audiences and it's winning on multiple different audiences. You don't know that from the organic stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, if you're spending, $300 to $500 cost per acquisition of a client on a $5,000 or $7,000 ticket, like that's not that bad,
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
you know?
Yep. Sweet. Yeah, I think that should wrap it up. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate you being on here. I hope you answered pretty much everybody's questions.
No worries.
Cool.